son of Scruffy. Well, we're in the barn. Got the steel in place and got all the everything going on. We started the block lay this afternoon. Put all the drains through. Probably Wednesday we'll fill all the concrete in. So hopefully everything should be good. Well, we're getting the blocks in, and this time they're the right distance in between, so no worries. And I think the cattle are going to sleep out there tonight, Ute says, so no problem with that, and it'll all be good. There's 10 kilograms of corn here, or maize, and I'm putting in there a couple of capfuls of household bleach, and that is to rinse those off. Going to soak them now for 6 hours, so probably 6 o'clock tonight we'll take them out and cover them up and hope they germinate tomorrow. Well, there's 18 kilograms of chopped up bananas, and I've had some corn soaking in molasses overnight, 10 kilograms, so 28 kilograms of fodder for the cattle, and hopefully they'll enjoy that tonight. It's 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning, and we're here. The concrete is due at 9 o'clock, and the wagon cannot get in the shed, so it's wheelbarrows to the fore. Now, I brought this wheelbarrow out from England, nearly 17 years ago, and because we're barrowing, we've got 4 cubic meters of concrete coming, and we are on a time scale. We've got an hour and a half to get it off, and if we don't get it off in an hour and a half, then we pay a penalty. So, but there's 4 barrows, 4 people wheeling, me tamping it and scraping it down and directing operations, and we're all ready to go. The block layer said to me yesterday, order the concrete for 9 o'clock. I said, will you be finished? He said, yeah. I thought, no you won't, and he hasn't. He was here this morning at 6 o'clock putting the top row on the back, so we'll barrow that in last to give it maximum time to set. It should be alright. If it isn't, it isn't, is it? Not a lot we can do. Ties aren't good at calculating. When we was building this retaining wall, we were a block short off the top, and I said to the builder, how many blocks do you want? He said 300. I said, no way on God's earth. The concrete's here, it sounds like. And I said, we need 98. He said, no, 300. I said, well, fair enough. I said, I'll order 300, but if you only need 98, then you're going to pay me for 202 of them. Well, 98 might do, he said. And I was right, it was 98 blocks. And I said to him, I said, you know, I went to school, I can count. When I was very, very young in the building trade, you'd have hod carriers, and they would carry bricks up onto the scaffold. And at the end of the day, they'll be carrying them down again because they put too many up instead of counting. Oh well. Oh well. See if what time the concrete comes. 9:07. You can get different grades of concrete. When I very first went to this company, the owner's daughter Guang, I said, I want some concrete, and she said, which grade? I said, well, what have you got? She said, we have good, not so good, and not very good at all. I said, I'll have the good things. So as soon as he starts to pour, I'll start the clock, because as I said, we've got an hour and a half. Getting some water on the blocks just makes the concrete stick to them rather than it being dry and peeling away. Now here comes the first one. These tyre wheelbarrows are not very well balanced. In fact, they're bloody awful. And the solid tyres. Well, that's 20 metres done in 26 minutes, which gives us loads of time to complete because we've got an hour and a half. Crack on. My back is broken. My God, that was hard work. I've left them to do the last bay alone. Now we had an hour and a half to unload 4Q, barrow it down. The shed's 30 metres long, so it's a substantial barrow. And with 25 minutes to spare, so for me we've done well. And if I sound out of breath, I'm not surprised. So that's for me, that's a job well done. Looks like there'll be some concrete left. I anticipated there'd be 0.2 of a Q left. We can find somewhere to put it, don't you worry about that. Well, I'm a very tired me. See you later. Bye bye for now.